What up, gang? This your boy Music 101, and y'all bite with another episode of Miss Me with the BS. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a video.
Peace, peace, peace. What's up? What's up? What's up? How that weekend going? You got one more day to go, but you got three this weekend, 3-day weekend. So how is it going? Hope you're getting some rest, doing what you want to do, whatever, but make good at it. Another thing, don't forget my sale on LenaLoveLather.com. There is a surprise discount that you will receive if you use the code BOOP, and that's BOOP. So before we get started, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do that for me. So, we have somebody else that's been applying, or it looked like they've been applying for a while for 3 hots and a cot. I'm telling you. And this one here, he looked like he need emergency housing. Mr. Darion McMillan. Maybe you saw the picture, maybe you haven't. But we're gonna go over this CNN article about some activities that he recently partook in some activities, some sketchy ones. But definitely gotta show this picture. Definitely gotta show the picture. I was like, I actually thought something was wrong, but somebody had to put me on and said that it is possible that he, had a little fun with the, that fun candy. But let's check it out. Definitely check this out, because this is crazy. Everything I've been seeing, like, I'm gonna start looking for some good stuff. Because everybody is bugging. For real. All right. Whose man's is this? Whose man's is this? Could somebody tell me what does this right here? Round the mouth. Oh, I didn't even know that this had happened in Chicago. The day before my birthday. Yeah, like my guy. What's up? I mean, it don't even look like he indulged in any water in a while. All right, so that's the picture. I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna put that down. From what I skimmed through, he messed up the church's money. So let's look at this article. And let's see what activities he decided to be in. Okay. Felon charged with killing Chicago police officer Enrique Martinez using a machine. Pew pew. Oh, he's mad young, 23. He don't look 23 in that photo. All right, so Darion McMillan, 23, of Harvey, faces charges of first degree and attempted in the Monday night in the 8,000 block of South Ingleside Avenue. Police Superintendent Larry Snelling said Wednesday. So I guess that's Larry. And that's the deceased officer. Rest in peace. All right. The convicted felon was charged Wednesday in the deadly shooting of Chicago police officer Enrique Martinez that erupted during a traffic stop earlier this week in Chatham. I think that's it. Chatham. I know somebody with that last name. On the south side, and also claimed the life of the vehicle's driver. Darion McMillan, 23, of Harvey, faces charges of first degree Monday night in the 8000 block of South Ingleside Avenue. Police Superintendent Larry Snelling told reporters at Public Safety Headquarters McMillan used a hand that was equipped with an extended magazine and modified to fire automatically, Snelling said. On Monday night, our department and our city lost a hero when Officer Enrique Martinez was shot in protecting the city of Chicago, Snelling said. Today is the first step in bringing his killer to justice. McMillan also faces felony counts of attempted of a police officer, burglary, possession of a machine gun, and possession of a gun as a felon, Snelling said. Officer looked pretty young as well. Mayor Brandon Johnson and Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox joined Snelling to announce the charges. Chief of Detective Antoinette Ursitti, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, said a second person taken into custody was released after investigators determined he was not involved in the of our officer. Your city said Martinez and his partner tried to stop the vehicle about 8 p.m. Monday and were assisted by other officers in the area. As Martinez and his partner spoke to the driver, they noticed McMillan reached for a bag and ordered him to stop, police said. That's when McMillan opened fire, striking Martinez and the driver multiple times, police said. Now, this says around 8 p.m. Let me stop this for a quick moment. And let's go back to his picture. I believe 2030 is 8:30. So they wasn't playing no games with him. Yeah, they wasn't playing. They wasn't. Unlock your iPhone first. I ain't say nothing to Siri. Y'all heard me. I ain't say nothing to him. 2030. I believe that's 8:30. So they ain't play with him. So let me get back over here and we can continue with the article. McMillan then pushed the driver out of the vehicle and tried to... Wait a minute. Yo, this is crazy. McMillan then pushed the driver out of the vehicle and tried to drive in reverse as an officer attempted to pull him out. Okay, Mario Andretti, your city said. The officer was dragged from the vehicle and his gun was fired once into the ground, police said. After the vehicle crashed into a parked car, McMillan ran into a building, an apartment with a woman inside, our city said. He used a knife to cut off an electronic monitoring bracelet. So Money Grip was on that device doing all that? Okay. It fled to the 8000 block of South Maryland Avenue, where he was taken into custody. Your city says she hopes securing the charges brings a small measure of comfort knowing the person responsible for his will face justice. Switches illegally turn handguns into machine guns. Absolutely insane. Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling has said of the growing number of resulting from handguns equipped with a device known as a switch that illegally converts them into automatic weapons that continuously fire with a single trigger pull. With guns able to rapidly fire more bullets, the odds of dying are higher. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. The Sun-Times have extensively covered the growing popularity of and peril from the illegal devices, which usually are paired with easy to obtain, though often also illegal extended magazines. Johnson said Martinez saved lives, even though he knew it would cost him his own. This exemplifies that our police officers do every single day. This exemplifies what our police officers do every single day. Johnson said, they know the sacrifices as well as the risk of their profession, but yet still they work every day to protect us. Alleged shooter already facing charges. McMillian had been placed on electronic monitoring in Will County after a recent arrest in Chicago. The Will County Sheriff's Office issued a warrant for McMillian's arrest last month, and he was charged with a felony, accused of trying to foil a drug test. That's what's wrong with that mouth. That fun candy. According to court records, said your city, at the time McMillian was facing felony cannabis charges. The Chicago police arrested him October 11th on the warrant, court records show. After he was released on electronic monitoring in the new case, Will County prosecutors sought to have him detained pending trial on the cannabis charges. This case was continued on October 28th. McMillian previously pleaded guilty to a felony charge of aggravated discharge of a firearm in May 2021, records show. While held in jail in that case, he was hit with more felony charges stemming from a group attack on another inmate. He pleaded guilty to a battery charge that was reduced from a felony to a misdemeanor on the same day as his other plea deal. So he liked that fire, and he liked putting hands and feet on people. Okay, we getting to see what's going on. McMillian was sentenced to 4 years in prison in the shooting case and mandatory supervised release records show. He was fined in order to pay court costs in the other case. Snelling insisted that McMillian should not have been on our streets with a fully automatic weapon. We all need to be outraged at the violent offenders who are creating endless cycles of trauma in our communities, he said. We need to be outraged in the proliferation of guns that are killing our residents, our children, and our first responders. He invoked other young officers who have been in the line of duty in recent years. Louis Huesca, Ariana Preston, Andres Vasquez Lasso, and Ella French. Fox noted she had appeared at a similar news conference just last week to discuss officers who had been fired upon but weren't harmed. Like Snelling, she blamed Chicago's intractable violence on what she described as an over-proliferation of guns. We need reasonable, common-sense gun legislation nationally with an impact here in Cook County.
Franza joins us from the newsroom, and Sabrina, the officer's family was in court today as well.
Hundreds of videos, a bank card helped investigators track down the man wanted for murdering Chicago police officer Luis Huesca.
Those details coming out during the accused killer's first court appearance today. CBS 2's Sabrina Franza joins us from the newsroom, and Sabrina, the officer's family was in court today as well. Jimry, they both were. The evidence was extensive. The state presented a case based off of, they say, hundreds of surveillance videos, all showing Xavier Tate Jr. before and after the murder. As the family walked out of the courtroom, dozens of officers lined the way of Cook County Criminal Court for them, an emotional showing of their support for their fallen brother.
All the people that have supporting us in this horrible pain, it is very sad loss of my lovely son. Thank you so much for your supporting our family.
Edith Weska, mother of slain officer Luis Weska, wore her son's star number on her necklace and on her chest.
And we just to express or share that we are very sad.
After hearing aloud in court with Officer Weska's brother by her side, the evidence gathered against the man police say killed her son in cold blood. Xavier Tate Jr., the 22-year-old accused killer, sat emotionless in court as those details were read aloud. Prosecutors recounted evidence that began 36 hours before the murder even took place. They referenced these videos, which were originally released by police, showing, they say, Tate purchasing gum using his mother's EBT card, something they used to track him from this scene to this one. Another convenience store, we're told, where he used the same card. He's wearing a different outfit. Prosecutors mentioned a witness who noticed him changing his clothes outside their window and took a picture. Just before the murder, we're told more video shows Tate walking as Officer Weska's car drives by. The state claims Tate approached Officer Weska while he was in uniform in his driveway and shot him 10 times from the driver's side window. They say a neighbor in the area looked out their window, saw Officer Weska on the ground next to his car, shot in the face and elsewhere, with Tate standing over him. Then we're told that neighbors saw Tate take Weska's car and flee.
This video and the assistance from the Gage Park community was instrumental.
Chicago police and other leaders outlined some of the same evidence mentioned in court.
Every T was crossed twice and I dotted twice.
The evidence that prosecutors say not only tracked Tate to the scene of the crime, but also showed him ditching the car in an alley nearby, ditching his clothes, fleeing to Wisconsin, Iowa, and Rockford, Illinois, before he was located in Glendale Heights. The prosecution summarized their case by saying, quote, he left pieces of himself at every turn.
Today I feel a little bit of relief.
The judge ordering Tate be held.
I hope my brother gets that justice that he deserves.
Right now, Xavier Tate Jr. is requesting a trial. His next court date is set for May 22nd. If convicted, he could face life in prison without parole. In the newsroom, Sabrina Franza, CBS 2 News.
Thanks so much, Sabrina.
And if y'all look, he looked like he was he looked like he was doing a little limping. The police officers must have put the 1-2 on him when they got him. The 1-2-1-2.
This video, shell casings, cell phone history, and ultimately confessions are all just part of the stockpile of evidence investigators and prosecutors quickly amassed against these 4 teenagers.
I stand before you guys today as a mother, a heartbroken mother.
Officer Ariana Preston's mother described seeing the 4 teens and listening as prosecutors spelled out in meticulous detail the moments surrounding her daughter's murder. Prosecutors say Travell Breland, Joseph Brooks, Jaquan Buchanan, and 16-year-old Jalen Frazier robbed and killed the young officer in her own front yard as she returned from work Saturday morning.
One of them ran back to the victim's body where she was lying on the ground and took her firearm.
A ShotSpotter alert went out at 1:42 a.m., the time Officer Preston was shot. But court documents say police didn't immediately respond due to a, quote, backlog in the district. Surveillance video shows officers responding just after 2 a.m. when records say Officer Preston's Apple Watch alerted she'd been involved in a car crash at that location. Investigators say the 4 suspects torched a stolen car, sold Officer Preston's gun, and the youngest of the team, they say, called a friend bragging about their exploits.
In that call, defendant Frazier asked the friend if he had seen the news about the police officer being killed. Defendant Frazier said that it was his work.
As crazy as this may sound, I pray for their family.
It was the youngest suspect's mother, prosecutors say, who helped turn her teenage son over to police at the very same police district where Officer Ariana Preston served.
Shout out to that mother. I'm sorry. Like, that's crazy. That's really a bit much.
A flag waves in the wind as officers salute below. Hundreds gathered at Lawndale and Marquette in the West Lawn neighborhood, steps away from where fallen officer Andres Vasquez Lasso lived, to dedicate a street sign in his name, just as he dedicated his life to this city.
He had a bright future ahead of him and left an indelible mark on the lives of many people.
The ceremony was well attended by neighbors and dozens of fellow police officers, all wrapping their arms around the Vasquez family. His mother, Rocio Lasso, speaking to us in Spanish.
Ha sido duro, un año muy duro.
She says it's been a very hard year, but my son has left a legacy and a message to the police and community that he wanted to serve and protect.
He rushed to danger for our sake and for our safety.
I'll stop sharing that because that's not when it initially happened. We can move on to the next one. This is the last one. That's Ella French. Okay, that's her. So I don't think it's a video here. Oh, rest in peace to all those officers. So the officer that Mr. McMillian allegedly made unalive, his funeral was yesterday. Now, like we all know, probably in most states, jails are crowded, but I don't know, man. It's like a vicious cycle. It's really like a vicious cycle. And, you really have people in jail for decades for drug charges. And then you have this gentleman they give a ankle monitor to, and he out in the street with the fire. So I wonder who was the person in the car that he ended up, I don't know if he intentionally meant to do that to the person, but that's crazy. Let's take one last look at Money Grip right here, because he's definitely getting 3 hots in a cot. They moving his application ahead of everybody else's. For real. His is going to the top. Whose man's is this? I'm telling you, they don't like fresh air. They don't like it. They don't like it. Can't. I don't know, man. Is it allegedly the drugs, but he don't look well. Or he probably just was messed up. I gotta keep looking. Whose man's is this? But yeah, so Darion McMillan, he had an eventful Monday. And now he got them 3 hots and he got that cot. I think he gonna get permanent. He gonna be there for a minute. He's definitely gonna be there for a minute. Cause he been around the city. He been moving around the city. That's crazy. But whatever. I'm getting ready to go cook. I just wanted to talk about that real quick because that picture killed me, and I'm pretty sure everybody else. That's like one of the worst mugshots that I've ever seen. For real. But yeah, again, don't forget, sale on LenaLoveLather.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do that for me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I may be back tomorrow. I may drop something tomorrow. May drop something else tonight after I finish cooking. I don't know. I'll see. I'm rather cold. I feel like I gotta put the heat on. I know when I, you know what I'm saying, get out my clothes or whatever, I'm putting my bathrobe on over my round the house clothes. It's a little chilly. Well, y'all stay safe. More than anything, definitely, again, like, comment, and subscribe. You have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Let me get Money Grip down from here. Rest of your day and rest of your weekend. Peace.
Skip the BS and put everybody at the BS. PS. All us